ready. I'll give a small thing on fossil gas and the challenges which are there for the power sector. Normally, this gas in India is from two sources. One is administered price gas, and other is called RLNG, which is regasified liquefied natural gas. And this domestic gas is we call it in Hindi we call it a ration gas. It is given in small pieces to all the people in the power sector, fertilizer, iron sponge, depending upon the hierarchy which has been set by the government of India. So this gas, quantity wise, it is as per availability from the gas fields. But the price of gas is decided by the government. Initially, it used to be fixed. Now, with the new pricing policy, the price of the gas will be weighted average of Henry Hub, Alberta gas, which is Canadian index, NBP, which is UK, and Russian Federation. It will be the weighted average price. Every 6 months, this price will be revised. Initially, it was 5.05. For this 6 months, it is 4.95. What we see the gas scenario in India is, since the domestic gas availability is very less, you can see the down below line of the availability, while the demand is very high. These are the projections done in the Vision 2030, how much availability requirement of gas will be there. The gap will be normally done by the RLNG gas supply, which I said, which is linked to crude. This RLNG will be sourced from countries like Germany, France, and US. Recently, people are thinking of bringing this gas from US because of shale revolution over there. They have found out a huge reserve of gas, and the gas prices have crashed because of that. And so people are thinking whether that gas can be brought into India so that we can suffice this demand. The gas demand, if we see for all the sectors, the major eater of the gas is the requirement is power. We see huge demand of gas for power sector. It is going almost 5 times the requirement in 2013. To source this gas, RLNG gas, we have Dahej LNG terminal, Hazira LNG terminal, Dabhol and Kochi has recently commissioned, Gangavaram is to be commissioned. This gas terminal will be used to source those LNG vessels over there in this port and then transmit this gas through pipelines. You can see the pipeline network over here. The dotted line are the proposed pipeline, while only the darker lines are the existing pipelines. We see there is a lot of planning happening on the pipeline infrastructure. But the major challenge over here is, even though this ports are ready, the network to source this gas is not ready. So Dahej and Hazira are fully functional, but for Dabhol there are technical constraints of breakwaters over there. For Kochi there is a problem of network in and around and connectivity to the other pipelines. So what we see over here, even those pipelines or terminal capacity is available, so our gas output is going down. Whatever gas we can source, either by importing domestic gas, as we know, DG. So this, we see that the gas output is slowly going down, which results into standard of gas-based generation. Whatever is existing, which we saw 23,000 megawatt as installed capacity, we see out of that 14,300 is stranded asset. They don't have gas. These gas power plants are standing idle. They are running at 0 PLF. While only 9,800 megawatt power plants are at 32% PLF, average PLF. So this means there is no gas available. Even the installed capacity, we saw huge 23,000 megawatt, but there is no gas. Why this has changed? Why the standard assets have come? Mostly the investment has taken place in coal-based generation. Mostly we have seen that the power sector has come up, the private sector has come up and put up a lot of power plants. And mostly those power plants were on coal-based. So this, if you see, the coal-based generation has gone up to 167. We saw all these numbers. So this coal-based generation has gone up. Gas-based generation has been same. This has resulted into the decrease in power rates, exchange rates, which are available in the market. This surplus generation at the night time had reduced this cost of power. If you see, these are the just 2-3 days back power rates in India, which are the exchange rates in which you can bid power and source power as a commodity. Here we see that the cost of generation, cost at which the power is available, is sub 3 rupees. So if you add the transmission loss and the service charges, it will be hardly 3.5. While when we generate at APM gas, the cost of generation is around 3 rupees. That is only fuel cost. So in addition to that, there will be a fixed cost, and hence if we want to sell this power into the market, we cannot sell because the market rates are so much subdued. Second thing is, this is APM, I am talking about $5 per MMBTU. If I go to RLNG, it will be $13 MMBTU, which is far away. You cannot think of doing that, purchasing that power. Now the power sector is cramped into two. One is demand side, there is standard assets lying over there. Even though if we bring gas from outside, we generate power, we cannot sell it into the market. So that is the crux at which we are. So then the question comes, why do we need a gas-based generation at all? So we need to stop gas-based generation. So we see the generation mix. 61% is coal. Renewable and hydro is increasing because of the policy benefits which they are getting. Gas is not getting any benefits out of it. Nuclear slightly. Diesel generation have vanished almost. So what we see, why gas is important is because gas is a low emission generation. It has very low emission as compared to coal. I'm not talking comparing with the renewable. But with respect to coal, it is a cleaner option. Second, in the event we have, I don't know what is the future, if at all, like in US they found out shale gas, we have some different gas altogether in coming years. And if that gas is available to us, like in US when they found out shale gas, the huge capacity was available with them to switch over from coal to gas immediately. And due to that, they could utilize those gas the moment it was available. Are we ready for that moment if at all it is happening in India? If at all China is able to source that shale gas and we are able to source that gas, are we able to consume it? We may not have the gas option at all. Third is the low startup time. In US, gas-based generation is normally a peaking station. And it will come up during peak time and shut off after the peak. So that is the flexibility available in gas-based generation. For for coal-based generation, it will take at least 1 day to start up, and the cost of startup is also too huge. For gas-based generation, it is just like starting your car. Immediately, it will roll over and synchronize. So low startup time, that is the important feature. We have added so much, 1,60,000 megawatt, it has increased our base value. So technical minimum, the generation cannot back down. So that's why they are selling at very low rates in the exchange. So what is happening over here is, if we have a gas-based portfolio which can utilize this gas as a peaking power, that will be helpful to us. Last one is logistic costs. What we see in coal, we have a logistic constraint of, even though the coal is available, We cannot transmit it because the railways are not available, or port is congested, or it is depending upon the freight component. But for gas, once the logistics is in place, the pipeline, so you don't have to worry about other things as such. So relatively easier. Recently, government has given a bailout plan for this 20,000 standard capacity. But is this enough? I feel whatever they have given as a, government is bogged down by always giving a subsidy type of bailout. They have given VAT, CST, after a waiver of that. And they have said that this utilities needs to buy, and this power has to be sold to distribution utilities. If we compare this, gas will come from $15 to $9. Now, when we are saying that the APM gas based generation, which is at $5 per MMBTU, it is generating at 3 rupees per unit, which is not that economical to sell it into the market. So, will the distribution utilities will buy this power at 4.5 rupees or 5 rupees? They will not. They will say, even though I have a PPA, you keep this unit shut, I don't want this power. Now, when you do this gas-based contracts, these are coming on take or pay basis. Once you do a take or pay basis, even if you are not taking that gas, you need to pay. Are the utilities at DISCOM side ready to take such contracts? I don't think so they are ready to take such contracts. So, the gas-based generation is in such a situation that the gas is not available, the power cannot be sold, and what is the future? Future is this generation being idle, they will become bankrupt, they will just give the assets that way. Who will be getting hampered? The banks who have loaned them huge money. If you see 20,000 megawatt out of the 15,000 into 4 crore per megawatt, that much is the standard assets which will be called as NPAs in future. I don't know what the solution is, frankly. We need to think over it. We need to. Yesterday I was just making this presentation. I just thought, maybe we can have for only this 15,000 megawatt which is stranded. We may say that future we don't want any gas-based generation, but at least for this 15,000 we need to think what we can do. Instead of giving the subsidy and just reducing the gas price, it is one way it is good, but on the other hand, at least we should do what renewable power obligation does it for renewable power. Even though it is costly 5 rupees power, people are obliged to buy it. For the sake of giving a bailout to this 15,000 megawatt, what one can think of is you give an obligation to this gas-based generation. Since it is cleaner than coal, you have an obligation. Central government will make a kitty of it and distribute within all the states in India. So that much generation will be allocated to them, and the RLNG, GAIL can source RLNG from their sources, and combined gas can be given to all these power plants, and at least for this 15,000 we can survive. For next another addition of gas-based generation, we need to think on policy basis what are the options. Thank you.